This week on Around the Corner, we are sticking with the spooky theme, and that's brought us to downtown Van Buren.
Yeah, that's right. Undoubtedly, where you live, someplace nearby is going to be haunted.
Yes.
You're going to know some urban legends. Maybe there have been some ghosts there.
Yes, and when you come to a place like this, we're surrounded by buildings that go back to the 1800s. You start talking about old buildings, lots of history. You know you're going to get some ghost stories.
Yeah, like the King Opera House here got its name in 1901, and I hear they have quite a few inside.
I'm scared, Joe.
Let's go see.
Okay.
All right, we have the Executive Director of Arts on Main, Bill Ratcliffe, here with us today. Thank you so much. We want to know about some of those stories that we've heard about.
Well, there are lots of stories and lots of experiences here. Personally, the only thing that I've heard is just things dropping, like here in the lobby area. You'll hear things dropping.
That's enough for some.
For some. But there are lots of stories that people have had in different areas. So we can go into the theater and I can show you some of the things.
We want to know them all. Let's go.
All right.
Is there anyone with us?
Always.
All right, Bill, so this right here is the main theater area. You said you
Yes.
actually have a story coming out of this.
We actually have a story here. We had a paranormal investigation group who came in here, and we've had several of those in the last couple of years. But when they finished and they sent me, they said, oh, we have something. We got a picture.
Which is a picture of this area.
It's a picture of this area, and it was actually over here on
first?
The third row. So
Let's send this guy first. Over here on the third row.
Third row.
Just in case anything happens,
third
put
row,
Zach first.
second seat in, you can just have a seat right there.
I don't know. I feel like it's an occupied seat. I feel some energy here.
Standing in that point, right in front of this seat, was an apparition.
Just standing right here.
Standing right there.
Apologize.
You don't want to sit there anymore?
No, we've seen the photo. You can see it here, and I mean, there's something there.
There is.
Undeniably.
It looks like the image of a person sort of standing there, but a translucent person.
It looks, to my eye, like a woman standing there. And that kind of ties into the story of the lady in white.
Okay.
Which happens at the restrooms.
All right.
So,
check it out.
Sure. So our other story actually takes place here at the men's restroom. And the story is, there's a published story of a similar happening, but this actually happened a couple of months ago. We had a paranormal investigation group come into the building, and one of the people when they first came in said, I need to use the restroom, before they found out, all the story of the building. And he goes in, and a couple seconds later, he comes out and says, there's a woman in there. And they go in, they look, no one there.
Where was he standing?
In front of the sink.
Okay.
He was in front of the sink.
And did the woman say anything to him?
She didn't say anything to him, but he saw her and then turned and then looked back again, and she was gone.
I'll try it out. You guys see it?
Let's see. Let us know if you see anything.
Don't flash the light. Anyone there? Hello? Nope. This looks like
Maybe you knock.
2 knocks if you're here. I don't like playing that game. Huh? Nothing in here. I don't know. No! I went out.
Well, there are a couple of different stories. One is about hearing footsteps. So we had, my assistant was up here turning lights off after a show. And she was in the booth here, getting ready to shut the lights down, and heard footsteps. She assumed that it was all of the folks who were the show, and me, and the sound guy. Then she looked out the window and saw everybody who was left in the building standing in front of the stage. And so the heavy footsteps up here was no one.
Nope.
Now the other story from the balcony is about these box seats on the side. Years ago we had a production they were putting in, and had a gentleman who was on a ladder. He was doing some painting of a piece of scenery, and this was late at night, and he looked over, and there was a man in a long black coat with a top hat standing in that box seat right there.
Wow. And this is the original structure, right? Like, maybe not everything inside, but this is originally the layout
Yes,
whenever it was built.
right.
And is there a story with a man in a black
Well,
coat,
the
top
story
hat?
of what we believe is actually an actor who was, his company, his name was Charles Tolson. His company was in residence here doing shows. And he was going to go to Fort Smith, had gone to the train station up the street, and was buying a ticket when he was shot by the local doctor, who happened to have a daughter, and he thought the daughter was in love with the actor. And so early in the morning he came and shot him. He didn't die there, he didn't die here, he actually died in Fort Smith. They put him on the train. This was in 1903, so the only way across was the train, and he actually died at Bell Point Hospital. But they think that the actor, because this is the last place he acted, has come back here, and that's Charles Tolson.
Is there anybody here?
I talk to Charles from time to time, and I try to say, give him a job when we lock up at night. And say, take care of the place till morning. And I figured, two things. One, it gives him something to do, and two, it keeps him from coming home with me.
There
Nice.
you go.
Yes.
I like that. I like
Yes.
that.
Yes. Do not come home with me, please, and thank you.
Yeah.
Good night.
All right, we got a lot of stories for you guys, but we're just sticking for a few. And Bill, you have another really good one that happened down here in the main part. Tell us about that.
We had a paranormal investigation group in. It was actually a group of college students who were affiliated with another group that had been in. And we did the normal thing, gave them the tour, showed them everything, locked them in, and said, call when you're done. Well, about midnight, I get a phone call. And I hear in the background all this noise, and they're saying on the phone, we didn't do it, we didn't do it. So I come tearing down here. I beat the fire department because there's a fire alarm going off, and they're all sitting on the sidewalk like they're in trouble. And the story is they were in a couple different locations, and they had what they called a spirit box, which was something they could hear voices. And the voice comes across and says, leave now.
Nope. Okay.
Are you leaving right then?
Absolutely. You got it.
See ya.
Well, 30 seconds after it said that, the fire alarms went off.
And then for sure, leaving.
Yes.
Yeah. And so what do you think at that point? What are they thinking at this point?
They're thinking,
We got enough
get
evidence.
out.
Yes.
And
Good
they
job.
did.
I thought it was going to be a long night, but it ended up being a short one.
A
Yes.
short one for sure. Well, hey, thank you so much
Well, thanks.
for the tour. This Opera House is absolutely beautiful. Lots of stories coming out of
Yeah.
here. We appreciate you sharing them with
Thank
us.
you.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, Bill.
All right.
All right, so you can come down to the King Opera House, maybe have your own experience.
That's right. That's it for us on Around the Corner this week. We'll see you next time.
Oh, wait, Joe. Hey, Charles, watch after the place.